Is Amazon FBA still worth starting this year? This is going to be a video where we talk about the main 3 pros of starting on Amazon and the main 3 cons. I'm going to try to be as objective as possible talking about both the pros and cons. So stay tuned, because if you've ever thought about getting started selling on Amazon, I promise you that this single video will save you more blood, sweat, and tears than anything else you're going to find on YouTube. Stay tuned. Alright guys, first of all, if you're new here, welcome to the Strongest Family on YouTube. Really appreciate all of you guys who are tapping that like button until it turns blue to show this video to more awesome people like you, and also subscribing and turning on the bells. So in this video, we're going to be talking about whether or not it's still viable and still a smart idea to get started selling on Amazon FBA this year. We're going to talk about first the 3 biggest cons, and then we're going to get into the 3 biggest pros, and I'm going to give you my overall evaluation about whether or not it actually still makes sense this year. So don't even think about going anywhere. The first con that we're going to be discussing is the pandemic. Now, obviously, the pandemic has changed everything when it comes to basically the entire world. When COVID first started, right, there was manufacturers that were being shut down, shipping companies were unable to operate, warehouse staff were not able to actually fulfill goods because there were COVID requirements when it came to actually being in close quarters. And so a lot of that stuff has, for the most part, cleared up and gone back to normal, but there still are a few lingering things, that I've actually, seen and been involved with, running multiple different businesses when it comes to Amazon FBA. And so something that used to be slightly easier when it comes to actually getting your product made and shipping it over to Amazon from overseas, it used to be slightly easier than it probably is now. Many of those manufacturers and shipping companies and things like that were not able to continue operating because they went bankrupt when they weren't able to continue earning revenue for that extended period. Because of that, there's less competition. Because of that, it means that the manufacturers and suppliers that do still exist have slightly more leverage than they may have had before. And as you know, in negotiation, leverage is everything. Number 2 is there's more Amazon FBA sellers than ever. As you can see in this article, there's over 9.7 million sellers on Amazon and over 1.9 million that are still actively selling on Amazon's marketplace. Now you might say, well, for all of Amazon's customers, only 1.9 million sellers, that's not that many. And who knows, you might be correct about that. But it is important to understand that Amazon FBA, many years ago is different than it was, right? Back in the day, you could basically throw up any old product with barely any branding, almost no differentiation, and as long as it was a reasonable price with reasonable pictures and a reasonable number of reviews, people would buy it. But alas, like every business model, things have changed, and as the market actually matures and develops, you have to actually get smarter about how you build your business. Now, is that to say that Amazon FBA is impossible to be successful? Of course not. What I am saying is it was very easy many years ago, and now that the market is more mature, it does take more effort when it comes to actually differentiating products on the market and actually making sure that those products are better than what currently exists. And the third and final con is nowadays there's so many different options when it comes to what Amazon software you're going to use. It can be a little bit overwhelming when it comes to deciding which one is ultimately going to be best for you, right? There's so many different smaller websites, there's many different corporate sites probably that you've heard of, and what I've done is I've actually gone through and signed up and used every single one of these different popular Amazon software options, and I'm going to compare and contrast them as fairly as I can as follows. Now, instead of actually reviewing all of the different software options one by one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking about at the end of this video the number 1 software that I recommend when it comes to price, accuracy, and ease of use, right? Those are the 3 things that I've found to be most important: price, accuracy, and ease of use when it comes to selecting your Amazon software. We've done all of the work for you. We've compared all of the different softwares, and I'm going to be revealing which one we personally use and recommend a little bit later on in the video. And so to summarize, the pandemic has changed things forever. There's more sellers on Amazon than there's ever been, and because of that, there's more software solutions than there's ever been in the past, and it can be a little bit hard or overwhelming choosing which one is the best for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed those cons. I'm the type of person where I like to hear the bad news first and then the good news, so I end up feeling better for the longer term. And so the first pro that we're gonna be talking about with Amazon FBA is, of course, the fact that you can do it from anywhere in the world. One of the things that appealed to me the most about Amazon FBA is the fact that you don't have to have a boss, you can work for yourself, and you can work from anywhere in the world as long as you have your laptop and internet connection. For me, that was something that was extremely important because I didn't want anybody telling me what to do, and I certainly didn't want to be stuck in a single place because I'd rather actually travel and see as much of the world as I possibly could. Now, this has always been one of the main pros to me when it comes to Amazon FBA, and today, this year, right now, Amazon FBA more than ever enables people just like you and me from all around the world to take advantage of using Amazon's infrastructure, systems, and customers in a way that's never before actually been possible. So if you're looking to actually start a business that you can operate from anywhere in the world and never have somebody telling you what to do again, then Amazon FBA might be the right option for you. The second pro is the scalability. Now, the scalability, what that means is if I were gonna go start my own brick and mortar business, the larger and larger it got, the more employees I would have to hire, the more space I would need, the more insurance, the more rent, the more all of that. Now, Amazon allows you to scale an e-commerce business easier and faster than has ever before been possible. Now, the way that Amazon actually enables this is they have access to hundreds of millions of customers who are browsing their website every single day, buying the essentials and the things that they actually need when it comes to everyday life. And more than ever before, the pandemic actually forced more people that had never used Amazon before to use Amazon because they had no other option. And so when it comes to actually scaling your business, adding new product lines, you don't have to hire more warehouse staff. You don't have to create a newer, better website. Amazon handles so much of that heavy lifting for you and allows you to actually focus on what's most important to your business, which is finding new products to add to your portfolio. And the third and final pro when it comes to starting your Amazon FBA business this year is actually the software that enables you to have the best possible chance of being successful in the fastest possible time frame. Now, back in the day when I first started Amazon, years and eons and centuries and millennia ago, there wasn't really any software that actually allowed you to do things like keyword research, to do things like creating your listings for you, to do automated machine learning PPC management, to find you new and interesting, exciting products that you could potentially actually go out and sell. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, I've done the research for you, and we're gonna jump in and quickly look at just a few of the awesome things that the newest, best, and brightest software allows you to do that used to take weeks or months or even years to learn yourself. So what we can see right here is inside of the software that I use and recommend to tens of thousands of my students from all around the world, which of course is Zonbase. Now, what we can see right here is we're inside the product research section inside of Hot Products. Now, this never existed until recently. Zonbase is the only company that actually offers this, and what they do is they actually go out and look for products that meet certain criteria. And now what those criteria are is they're looking for products that meet minimum monthly revenue, they're looking for products that meet maximum number of reviews, and they're looking for products that have a recent spike in sales history. And so what we can see right here is Zonbase is actually adding new products every single hour to this overall list that have recent spikes in sales, that have very few reviews, and that have enough revenue to make it worth your time potentially to actually invest into this product. Now, instead of just going and scrolling through bestsellers lists that used to take weeks or months to try to find an interesting product that we could consider private labeling for our own brand, Zonbase literally makes this easier than it's ever been before. Now, if you're still feeling overwhelmed or you're not sure exactly where to start, check out the first link down in the description. You can see it right here, also in the pinned comment. Now, when you click that link, what it's gonna be is it's actually gonna allow you to schedule a completely free one-on-one call with a member of our team who can actually talk to you specifically about how to get your Amazon business up and running, off the ground, and to give you the best resources, software, tools, and community backing you to give you the absolute best possible chance to be successful starting your Amazon business. So if you enjoyed this video, tap the like button, subscribe, turn on those bells, comment down below Amazon FBA, and if we get 500 comments to say Amazon FBA, we'll drop an awesome part 2 of this video that I promise you guys are gonna love. Or if you just wanna hang out and watch more videos just like this one, stay tuned because we have a brand new playlist coming to you live in 3, 2, 1. Click the playlist in the middle of the screen, guys. See you there.